peace to the gods and the goddesses. This, once again, is Brother Sakim coming at you from the heart of North Philadelphia, Center City, Philadelphia. And today, I just want to see if anybody steps up in here to answer the question, why would God send two she-bears to kill 42 children just for laughing at a bald head? And it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. 2 Kings 2. 2 Kings 2, 23, 24. So, anybody who comes up and steps up, I'm just going to see exactly what kind of excuse or can he give me a logical explanation that may say, that's logical. I'll see with whoever steps up in here. So, we're going to ask some of the people walking by here exactly what they think of this situation. It's right there. It's in the Bible. 2 Kings 2, 23, 24. Huh? I didn't hear you. That scripture? I have the whole scripture here, but the basis of the scripture is Elijah was walking up to Bethel, and some children, because Elijah supposed to be a man of God. So some children came out and laughed at him at his bald head. So he turned around and cursed the children in the name of the Lord. So all of a sudden, two she-bears come out the woods and massacred the children. Elijah turned around and cursed the children in the name of the Lord, and then two she-bears came out and murdered the children. So, why would a all-loving, all-knowing God do such a thing to some innocent children? Because, children laugh at things. First of all, they probably didn't even know he was a man of God or anything. They just come out the woods and laugh at his head. And so I would like this, if somebody could give me an explanation for that, that might convince me that, that I don't have to look at this guy as, what's up with this guy's morals? Well, who should we serve? Well, because I'm here to talking to the mic and everything, so that I got a YouTube show, Key Life Productions, so if you want, no, that's fine. I'm just looking for people who want to come over and give the explanation. Yeah, YouTube, Key Life Productions. In fact, that's my card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, would you like to come on over and explain? Well, I could basically tell you a lot of reasons why, because this isn't the only scripture in the Bible where God does stuff like this to children. In Deuteronomy, he makes the children of Israel eat their children. Over here in the situation between Moses and Pharaoh, he murdered the firstborn of everything. I'm talking about animals and everything, because Pharaoh, but first of all, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. So when Pharaoh's heart was hardened not to let the people go, he did exactly what God wanted him to, right? But yet God still got mad and murdered everybody instead of murdering Pharaoh. Huh? But yeah, the God of this Bible is vicious. King James, New Age Bible, whatever, he's in it. It says that in the Bible. So I don't serve any God. I am in this world, and I'm trying to turn people on to this, especially my people, because when you get If you first of all, we got this Bible in slavery. We didn't know nothing about this until we end up in slavery. So if you get a whole race of people that's saying, "Oh, God did such a thing right here," we just leave it in God's hands. It trickles down to the day when one of these trigger-happy cops shoot us in the middle of the street, and all we say is, "Oh, leave it in God's hands." I know you over there, but can you just say that in the mic?
I said it don't make sense. I don't know why things happen the way they do. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, who should don't we supposed to serve? Shouldn't we be some subservient to somebody or something more powerful than us?
Maybe we need to get our own stuff together and take back what was once ours because, damn near everything was stolen from us. But let me ask you something, though. Before you saw this sign, what did you think of the Bible altogether?
I mean, I believe there's some truth in it. I don't. I'm just a human being. I'm just a man. I don't proclaim and know a lot of stuff. As far as what is truth or what's not truth, but
I understand it. I'm not the guru of knowledge.
I don't understand that neither why he let things happen the way they do. But what can I do? Or can I still have? I was still raised to serve somebody greater than man, and I was raised to call him God.
But how do we know that we wasn't here? How do we know that we ain't the gods? Because everything was taken from us. Everything was taken from us. So how do we know that we ain't the beings? Because all right,
So why we allow it to happen? Then where is our power? Where is our strength? Where is our if we so superior or whatever you want to call it? Why we allow things to happen? Why didn't we defeat the enemy then? Or how did the enemy defeat us?
exactly, because one thing with us, we seem to love people that look different from us. Let me just put the camera on. Yeah, I would say that's a wait, say that.
Is that a fault of ours?
I would say that's a big fault of ours because if we don't because you can tell by the women, by our beautiful goddesses, that's ashamed of their hair and try to make it look like them, and every time we turn around, like one of our athletes or like we got this thing in our head where light skin is just better than dark skin. We say we got this God, right, that created us. He's perfect. And he created everything perfect. But yet we say that we got bad hair. Now, did God create our hair bad or on purpose? Or did he do this like by mistake? That's the thing. We got to get this white man out of here.
I fell prey to that at one time. Even sometime in the day, I kind of fall prey to it. But I'm learning how to see it for what it is mine. It was given to me. This hair of mine is given to me. So I have to learn how to love it regardless. And don't say that it's nappy or it's natural. I would like to think that it's natural as opposed to saying that it's kinky or that is not good hair. But that's something I'm still dealing with. It's hair that was given to me. If it's whatever kind of hair it may be, I have to love it regardless. All of me, which is sometimes a job, and it's kind of hard sometimes. But I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, I go with that. I definitely go because I teach all our people that hair. We had beautiful hair just like they got beautiful hair. Hair, you can't define hair and say our hair is ugly because that gives us low self-esteem. So, so the thing is, I like what you said there. You know what? You ever heard of side netter TV? If you go, like, when you look that up on YouTube, you'll probably start scrolling down and then you'll see other people, and you'll see side netter, S-A netter, N-E-T-E-R TV. That's easy to look at. And when you start going into them, you'll start seeing people that teach way above what I'm teaching. I'm just out trying to pass the word on, trying to, make people think instead of just taking stuff that's handed to them. So that's what I'm out here doing.
Is that on on here? Cynetic.
No, let me write it on there. I'm gonna write one more. So I wrote that. That's sign of the TV, and a dude down under that is Brother Polite. And these two dudes is when you start listening to them and how they break things down, and you'll see a brother named Brother Jabari on sign of the TV, a bald-headed brother. I did couple things with up in New York, and but I'm not trying to push nothing on nobody. I'm just want to make people think about things like we love this guy to this Bible. First of all, he was given to us and he was a white guy. We know what the white man did to us in slavery. I'm not saying that that's the reason why we are now because we got to get up off our ass and do something. So I'm not trying to blame the white man for what we are, predicament we are now, although they sort of started it off. But we sort of started it off by loving the way they look over us, loving them more than our own selves. But them brothers right there, Sinetta, Brother Polite, and then you'll see Brother Jabari on Sinetta TV. When you start listening to them, I'm telling you, things start opening up, and you be like, well, damn, I never thought of that. Because, like I said, we love this God, and we always point out all the nice, cute stuff in the Bible. He rose from the dead. He brought people back from the dead. He walked on water. But we never look at the things like how he made people eat their children. He made in the Bible misogynistic. It says that if you rape a girl, right, and y'all caught, you supposed to pay her dad 50 shekels of silver and everything's cool. It says that in the Bible. It's crazy. So all you got to do is Google it. Just Google misogyny in the Bible, or Google God made people eat their children, and all that stuff will start coming up. Yeah, man. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Cause when you start just going to church and just sitting down and just believe the preacher jumping around screaming and hollering, so everybody think he from God. So he could come out and say anything he want. Everybody just sit down and take it. Cause he's
I do believe there is a supreme entity then over all that exists. I mean, I don't know what their real name is, but I know I believe there is some type of powerful entity that created all this sanity and insanity, or they allow it to happen.
yeah. I think if it is, I just got two things that resonate in my head. Why don't he show himself now and stop all this? If he hates evil and if he created us, he must have moved on somewhere else and ain't paying no mind to us.
He created evil too. I mean, he probably created evil. Why wouldn't he create evil?
Isaiah,
Maybe he got so bored of things being peaceful, and maybe he got tired of peace and he wanted some chaos. I don't know. I don't know.
but check it out. Isaiah 45:7 says, "I created evil." He says, "I create evil. I create the darkness. These things." I mean, he actually admits and then when you go over in Genesis, he actually says that God repented that he made man. That's the Noah's flood. It says it in. Let me try to look it up real quick. Check it out. Check it out. Let me see if I can get this up real quick. Bible says God repented. Let me try it. Wait a minute. This phone is real stupid. Bible says God repented, he made man. Wait a minute. It's going to give the Genesis 6:6. Wait a minute, let me see. No, I gotta read it. Yeah, yeah. Yup, it's right there. Waiting for this to come up. And it repented. This is Genesis 6:6. And it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. Now, he's all knowing, but he repented, he made man, and he grieved, which means he cried. Now, mind you, he's all knowing, right? He created everything. That's what they say. Now, if he created everything, there had to be a point in time before he created everything. So while he was sitting out, so while he was sitting out there in the cosmos, before, what's up, man? Before he created anything, and he's all knowing, he would have to know there's going to be a time when I create man, and then I'm going to regret I made man, and then I'm going to cry I made man, and then I'm going to send a flood to try to kill everything on the planet except for Noah and all these animals that fit on this boat.
It don't make sense.
No, that's why we got to figure out as a people.
Contradicting yourself. It's like, are you really all knowing? It don't make sense. Because if you're really all knowing, why would you do something, know what it's going to do to you, or what kind of effect it's going to have on mankind, and then expect us to understand it?
Yeah. Now, at least you can see that. At least you can see it. It's people that come out here sometime that, like, not like it haven't happened right here, but I run across people that they start passing tracks out to me, and usually I don't bother them. I don't bother them. They doing what they think is good. But then when they try to start talking to me, do you know God? Are you saved? And so on and so forth. I gotta ask them stuff like this, and people damn near come to cussing me out because they got to believe in this being in the sky that does all these things. And
You messing with their belief. That's I guess that's the reason why, because you messing with what they believe.
but aside from Christians, because it's mostly talking about in the Christian realm, but you got Muslims that believe that believe Muhammad was a prophet, right? But the woman that killed Muhammad, a Jewish woman, she poisoned him. And he said, before he died, 4 years later, they say, he asked her, why did you poison me? She said, I wanted to see if you was a prophet. Because if you was a prophet and God was backing you up, and so many words, I'm just quoting, but it's in the Quran, it's in the hadiths and everything. If you were a prophet and God backing you up, then the poison shouldn't kill you. Eventually, the poison killed him. And it's quotes in the Quran that say, God destroys his enemy by separating the aorta. At the end of his death, he said, I could feel my aorta being severed. And they still walking around talking about he's a prophet. And all wrapped up like the boogeyman and everything, while the men can walk around dressed up however they want. The women got to be all wrapped up, and the men can dress however they want. Misogynistic.
So should we serve anybody or anything? Should anything be served?
Me, in my opinion, I'll tell you something that a lot of people say is real strange, but a lot of people say this, but a lot of people really don't, get it. My mom gave me my first breath. She laid down, she had me in her belly, and she told me, and she said that I'm going to have this baby, I'm not going to abort it. She allowed me to have my first breath. To me, that's my creator that allowed me to come in this world. My mom and my pop came together and create, and because the word create and grow is etymology is the same thing. You grew inside your mom, so the etymology of that is you was created inside your mom. I'm not saying that something is not out there. I can't prove it ain't, just like people can't prove it is. But if it is something up there that made everything, he's certainly not in our lives now, or either he just sitting back letting all this crazy stuff happen.
Oh, it's something up. It's something up there. I mean, I don't know exactly where it is, but all that was created from something. Create,
Yeah,
create. It's a difference between building things and creating stuff. So man build things. I think a power greater than man, whatever you want to call him, he create things like the moon, the sun, the stars, the galaxy. All that was created. That wasn't made, right?
that's another thing, real quick. I just wanted to touch on that real fast. It say God created the moon, the sun, and the stars also. That's in Psalms. Get it? The moon, the sun, and the stars also. The sun is a star. so so you see what I'm saying? but 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 this is but look at this. All right, we know we can't get nothing. We if we can't get something from nothing. If it's nothing in a bottle, ain't nothing ever gonna be in that bottle till you put something in it. So if it was nothing to begin with, somebody had to put it here. So how do we know, since we are the lowest people on the totem pole, unfortunately, and every just about every damn thing was stolen from us. When you go back to ancient Kemet, Egypt, we had all the knowledge and all that was taken from us, twisted up and everything, and now they acting like they just found it. How do you know that we wasn't the beings before we came into the meta?
They must be somewhat real powerful, intelligent, or some type of evil. I don't know if you want to call them people that was able to do that. Why are we that passive, or are we that nice, or that passive, or that gullible that we allowed? Didn't we have instinct back then to tell us not to trust them? Didn't we? I don't trust people. I don't naturally. I don't trust people. So back then, didn't they naturally not trust people back then before they welcomed them into to their house and think they was like them good? I don't know.
I know exactly what you're saying. I got those same questions because down where I live in North Philly, you see, first of all, it's supposed to be a black neighborhood, but every other race is making the money in it. Now, all these other, it's white folks just moving in like crazy. Now, it's a whole lot of white neighborhoods, suburban areas and everything. If black people start moving up in some of them neighborhoods, they'll get chased out. It be stuff burned on the lawn, stuff thrown through the window. They be treated like trash, but we just let them all in the neighborhood and just smile in their face. I mean, it's crazy. And I believe that's what happened to us, when it all kicked off. We saw nothing but black folks, and then all of a sudden we saw a whitey show up, and we was like, "Oh man, that's so beautiful! Look at that!" And then we just let him right in our lives. So we had to have been that gullible, that naive.
All that knowledge and all that power and all that. If we were so, because it's a possibility that if we are the first man, as they say, what happened? I mean, what happened? Why did we let?
Yeah, exactly. Why would we let somebody come in and in fact, from the history lessons that I get from the brother Jabari, we had a lot of us did try to keep them out. It was some battles where we actually tried to keep them out, but you always got the coon, the flunkies that's on the inside that's promised something and that sets it up so that the evil one comes in, so on and so forth. But no matter how you look at it, we at the bottom of the totem pole, and we got to figure out how to dig ourselves out of this because somebody is just keeping us right down with that white Jesus.
Are we ever going to get out?
I don't know, but I'm part of that battle.
You know, all this going to end one day. This world, you know, it's coming, right? It don't have to be biblical in order for you to know that. I mean, you can see eventually that all this going to come to an end.
Well, I know that our sun is a star, and stars burn out.
Right, so it's all going to come to an end one day, and regardless of what we may say or think, it's going to happen. Be it biblical or be it scientific, it's going to happen. It happened before, so it's going to happen again. Now, I can't prove it to be true, but but I believe that it is.
Yeah, there's stars up there going supernova right now. In fact, it's stars up there, like we just looking at the light that's still traveling towards us, and that star been going a while ago. So our sun is basically gonna go through the same thing, or we might get hit by a big meteor or something.
Because it's gonna come that time when I guess I don't know if enough is enough, or is this time for destruction? I call it destruction. I don't know what the creator might call it, but I guess he might call it a renewal.
Man, that's the other thing with Adam and Eve. That just reminded me of something else. When when Adam and Eve was so-called Adam and Eve, because I don't believe none of them existed anyway. But you know, I ain't trying to. But Adam and Eve was on the planet. He told them to multiply and replenish the earth. Replenish. They supposed to be the first two people, but he's telling them to replenish it. So what do you think of that?
What you mean? Man.
He's telling them to replenish the earth. That if to replenish something means to make it new. To rebuild it and make it new again. That means it had been something already here and that's gone. Now they gotta replenish it.
What you mean? What was already here? There be something already here.
Because the word replenish means to make new. If the earth was just made, it was new. So then he made the earth, he put Adam and Eve on it, told them to replenish the earth. That means to make it new again. How is it going to be new? How are they going to make it new again if it was just made?
I don't know. What he meant by that, having children? Something I don't think of when he meant replenish.
Replenish means to make new, right? What it mean?
Oh, I would think to renew, to replenish something, to make it. I don't know. I would have to look it up and see what see what the dictionary said. What replenish means.
Let me see. Maybe we got, I don't know how much time you got. I don't want to take up all your day, but let me see if I can look at this. Fill up again. Exactly. So if it was just made yesterday, how are they filling it up? How are they making it new again? What do the word replenish mean? Wait a minute. This phone here is getting, I gotta get a new phone. All right.
I don't know. Replenish. I don't understand that at all.
And it's, I need a new phone. Would you? And now somebody sends a text.
But it's not making sense.
That's right. Wait a minute. Replenish. Fill something up again. So he said to replenish the earth. So if the earth was just made a couple days ago, and all of a sudden he put them on it, they the first two people. So if they named the animals and everything, so it don't need to be replenished.
It's not making sense then. It's not making sense to me. What's it saying that when it's all and
It's all in the Bible. It's all in that Bible that was given to us. You know what I really think? I think the Bible is a white man book that was given to the masses to confuse everybody and to make them serve something that ain't in the sky so that they can keep control of everybody.
I'm not. I guess that supreme being is everywhere. I don't. The only reason why I call him God is because I was raised. That's the name that was given to me. But it's the supreme. It's something more powerful than. Even if we do got a spirit or entity that lies within us, it's not powerful than the one who created everything, is it? I mean, power is limited. I believe I have something inside of me, be it a soul or a spirit or entity that lives inside of me that will live forever once this flesh dies.
His power got to be limited too, because right on the back of that sign, I have, why don't God just kill the devil instead of killing other people? And then somebody told me that God can't, somebody told me the devil can't be killed. So if the devil can't be killed, that means God's powers is limited right there. He created something he can't even kill. See?
The devil is it?
Satan, the devil, Shaitan.
Can't God? If he all things, can he be right and wrong, good or evil? Can he be both of them things? If he, it's because something might be wrong or evil to me or us, doesn't mean the Creator look at it like that. Because if he's going to destroy the world, some might look at it as being evil. He might look at it as just replenishing the planet.
Man, he
Think about it. That's because we see things as being one way. Doesn't mean he look. Doesn't mean he see it as being like that. The Bible say his thoughts are not our thoughts.
but in the Bible, he has all of man's attributes. He gets jealous. He kills people. He murders people generations. If you do something, he'll murder your generations. He he um and he walks through the garden and asks Adam and Eve, "Where are you?" Satan comes before him. He said, "Where you been?" He has all the attributes of man in this book. So when somebody say,
Thoughts, way of being, thinking.
"Oh, it's everything," he does it. He does everything we do.
He don't look like a man. You'll never. He don't. He's not in the form of a man.
But they said nobody ever seen God.
Right. So he's not in the form. I don't think he's in the. He can't be. He might can come into the form of a man, but
You never seen God. You don't know what he look like. He might look like a Krabby Patty.
he might look like he can look like whatever he wanna look like. He
And then why it gotta be a he?
well let it be an entity. Why it has to be a sex then? It don't have to. It could be anything. If it's an entity, then why it's not it's not. Maybe it's energy.
That's what a lot of people say. It's energy. So so
I think
so what we gotta figure out is this being that created us, that's all knowing and all everywhere all at once, connected to these holy books.
probably not. Because you can't trust man. You can't put nothing past man. And when they put it's going right.
Yeah, it's gonna rain.
A white guy and we all know he was that's their guy. If they make him white, you know it's their guy. That's common sense right there.
I'm gonna tell you something too. In Revelations 1, uh, 1, what is it, 13 through 15? When you really read that, it literally says he has hair, his head that holds your eyeballs and your mouth and your nose, and his hairs was white like wool, white like snow.
I thought it said it was like coarse and brown.
It says his feet is black like it burnt like bronze burnt in a furnace, but it says his head and his hair is white like wool, white like snow. That's talking about his head. That's his skin. It.
Where was he at? Where was all of that back in Egypt? Back in where?
I'm talking about in the Bible. I'm talking about Revelations 1.
Revelations.
I'm talking about the so-called holy book.
Double down.
Yeah, it says that his head and his hairs was white like wool, white like snow. So if you saying his head and then you saying his hairs, two different things. When it talk about when it talk about the color, it ain't talking about texture. Because if you say his head and his hairs is white like the clouds, white like that car.
Man, he was the what's that?
No, this supposed to be telling how Jesus looked. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be.
Revelation.
It's supposed to be talking about how Jesus looked, and it says his head and his hairs was white like wool, white like snow. And then in the 13th chapter, it says that in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, I believe it said, a man like unto the Son of Man.
That's when he's gonna come back. You mean when they come back to the earth and crack the sky? You talking about that?
Yeah, we be waiting till like 1,000 years from now. But anyway, or more. But he ain't coming back anyway. But no, this is what I'm saying. But this what I'm saying. That part of the Bible that they say is describing a black Jesus is describing a white man with black feet. All you got to do is go in Revelations and read it, and you'll see it.
White man with black feet. What that mean? Why you got black feet?
That's what I'm asking them. It's their book. It's their book. Now. There's a whole build that I'm putting together, and it seemed like to me, because they always make them with, they say he had eyes like flames, and they always make eyes like flames, especially the Hebrews. They put the signs out and have his eyes red, but guess what? There's blue flames, natural blue flames in the wild. So that means white people got eyes like flames too. I'm looking at the whole thing as where you know what you get out of that though? You get red, white, and blue out of that. You got his head and his hair is white. You got his mouth like running waters. And then you got his eyes like flames of fire. And then black feet. I'm looking at the American flag because I believe that the Bible is a recent book. I don't think they probably try to translate some ancient stones and stuff, but most of that I think is a recent book to enslavement.
What's the purpose of the black feet?
The ground.
Huh?
Either the ground or the stand that flag stands on. Because a lot of times when you look at the flag and they got it on that stand, that stand is just always bronze. Or you could talk about the ground that they got it stuck in. The dirt they got it stuck in is dark. But that's just something that I'm putting together. It's not like I'm not saying that that's 100%, but because they got the red, white, and blue from Egypt, the white king's crown, the red king's crown, and then the blue is the Nile. They got the red, white, and blue from Egypt.
How again? Because of what again?
The king's crowns. You got the white crown, which is I believe Upper Egypt. The red crown is, believe, Lower Egypt, and then you have the blue. And some people say that that's the war crown, and then some people say that that's the, Brother Jabari said that it actually represents the Nile River. So it seems to me that all of that goes together. They describing him as red, white, and blue, and then on the bottom is black. And then you got the king's crown, and Egypt, they say it's called the Black Land, or somebody said that one of those interpretations is the Black Land, and then you have that's it. You got all three of those, and they all seem like they correlate together to me. That's why I believe that the Bible is a recent book, and the Quran came after the Bible. No, you know what? Because we was also tricked into Islam, so that's why Arabs just get under my skin so bad, but I'm trying not to be racist toward. I don't want to hate nobody just because, but Arabs look at us like we garbage. I think they look at us more like we garbage than a white man. But
But you don't have a nationality, do you? You don't have a nationality, right?
We trying to figure out what our nationality is. And plus that word nationality was made by a white dude. I can't remember his name, it began with an S, but the word, everything that was given to us was made by them walking by.
So we shouldn't serve anything but ourselves. Man should be servants unto man.
What I would like, if I could possibly get all of us together, whether we want to call ourselves Muslims or Hebrews or Christians or whatever, and build an economic base so that we can keep people from stepping on us. And then if we start realizing stuff like this, crazy stuff like this, maybe we can pull ourselves, because like I said, if you start thinking that, okay, God murders children in the Bible, but it's cool because he's God, and we just gonna leave it in God's hands. Now when things happen to us now, we got that same mentality. Let's leave it in God's hands, and somebody keep their foot on our neck. I mean, that's just how I see it. Somebody's keeping their foot on our neck by using these so-called holy books.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could go on and on, but, I think it's going to rain because those clouds is moving this way. Yeah, yeah, it's on the card. And what's your name? June. Okay.
What's the
Brother Sakim.
and what's the purpose of the green, red, and black?
The red, green, and black. This was the blood of our ancestors that was shed trying to free us. This is the green is the land, and the black represents the black people. And Black Marcus Garvey gave us that this represents the black people, the blood of our ancestors, and the green, the land that was basically stolen from us. A dude named Marcus Garvey gave us that flag. But some people say he's bullshitting and everything like that. But yeah, and that's why I put up the red, black, and green, and I wear. This is the Ankh. You know what this is? Life. This is what they call it Egyptian, but we say Kemet. It's the Kemet word. It means life, and it's pronounced Ankh. Yeah, and then some say Mizraim, but this is called the Ankh. So I wear it. It's the ovum, birth canal, fallopian tubes. That's what I wear to honor my mom that I said gave me life. That's why I wear this.
Again? Do that again.
This is the ovum, the fallopian tubes, birth canal. Some people say it's the phallus, but to me, it seems like that's man just trying to throw his thing in because
The vagina right there, the open part like the vagina that
we put the woman